Handy Manny, the New Kid. It was a beautiful morning in Sheet Rock Hills, and Manny and the tools were getting ready for their first big job of the day. "Where are we off to, Manny?" asked Stretch. "We're going to help out our new neighbors. Mr. and Mrs. Ayala," said Manny. "They just moved to Sheet Rock Hills and need our help setting up their son Marcelo's teeter-totter." "What's a teeter-totter?" asked Rusty. "Oh, I know," Pat said proudly. "A teeter-totter is a special kind of potato." "No, you hammerhead," groaned Turner. "A teeter-totter is another word for a seesaw." "Huh? Who sees a saw?" Dusty said worriedly. "If there's already a saw at the Ayala's house, does that mean you won't need me today?" Manny chuckled. "We always need you, Dusty. A seesaw, or teeter-totter, is a playground ride. It's a long board with a spring underneath that helps it move up and down. I'll show you when we get to the Ayala's house, come on." "So nice to meet you all," Mr. Ayala said, when Manny and the tools arrived. "This is my son Marcelo." "Hi, Marcelo," said Stretch. "We're here to help set up your teeter-totter." Marcelo lifted his head and sighed. "Okay. Gracias." Marcelo looked back down at the ground. Mr. Ayala explained why Marcelo looked so sad. He misses his friends back in Argentina. Marcelo is worried about meeting new people. "Sure," cheered Squeeze. "You'll make lots of new friends, Marcelo." "Of course you will," agreed Felipe. "Sí, mi amigo," smiled Manny. "You already met us." Mr. Ayala brought Manny and the tools over to the teeter-totter box. "Here it is." "Gee, that doesn't look like a teeter-totter to me," said Pat. "It looks like a box." "Well, the parts to build the teeter-totter are in the box," Manny said as he lifted the lid to look inside. But there's a problem with this spring, it's twisted." "But the spring is what makes the teeter-totter go up and down," Rusty cried. "Now what will we do?" "Geesh, don't get all bent out of shape, Rusty," grumbled Turner. "I think, we all know where we can find a new one. Where do you think the team will go to buy a new teeter-totter spring?" "Yes, they can find one at Kelly's hardware store." Manny and the tools arrived at Kelly's. "Wow, this place looks so different today." "Muy festivo," Felipe marveled. "That's because it's Hooray for Hardware Day, and I'm having a big sale," explained Kelly. "Are teeter-totter springs on sale today, Kelly?" Stretch asked. "Well, I've got good news and bad news," Kelly said very seriously. "The bad news is that everything is on sale today, except for teeter-totter springs." The tools sighed with disappointment. Kelly started laughing. "And the good news is that teeter-totter springs aren't on sale today, because they're free." Everyone cheered. "You certainly sprung that one on us, Kelly." Manny laughed. With the new spring from Kelly's store, Manny and the tools headed to the Ayala's house. Marcelo was in the yard playing with a soccer ball. "Hi, Marcelo. So you like to play football?" asked Manny. Turner was confused. "Football? Don't you mean soccer, Manny?" "Actually, football is the Spanish word for soccer. That's what they call it in Argentina," explained Manny. Marcelo stopped playing and sat down on the ground. He slumped over his soccer ball, looking sad. "Ah, what's the matter, Marcelo?" asked Squeeze. "Everything's so different here," Marcelo sighed. "Even football isn't football." "Well, you'll pick up the new words in no time," Manny assured Nim. "But I don't know any of the games kids play here," said Marcelo. Dusty tried her best to cheer up Marcelo. Don't worry, Marcelo, you'll learn the new games in a jiffy. And you can teach your new friends the games from Argentina, Stretch suggested. But what if the kids at my school don't like my games? Marcelo worried. What if I don't make any friends? The first time I came to Manny's repair shop, I was worried that nobody would like me, Squeeze said. But then I met Rusty. He's a lot like me, 'cause we both turn things with our teeth. That's true, and Turner and I both twist in screws, offered Felipe. We're a lot alike, too. Okay, maybe a little, Turner admitted with a smile. Marcelo, I think you will be surprised to learn just how much you have in common with the kids in Sheet Rock Hills, Manny said. I bet you'll discover that you're not so different from them after all. Marcelo brightened. Well, maybe you're right. With Marcelo's help, Manny and the tools put the teeter-totter together. You're right, Turner, said Pat. It doesn't look anything like a potato. Turner rolled his eyes. Oh, brother. Just then, Manny saw Nelson playing in the yard next door. It gave him an idea. Marcelo, I have a bit of a problem. What is it, Manny? Marcelo asked. Well, I want to make sure the teeter-totter is the right height for you, Manny began, but I can't do it without someone sitting on the other end. The tools spotted Nelson and called him over to the Ayala's yard. Hi, Manny. Hi, tools, said Nelson. Hola, Nelson, said Manny. I'd like to introduce you to your new neighbor, Marcelo. Nelson smiled. Hi, welcome to the neighborhood. Hi, Marcelo said quietly. Hey, that's a neat seesaw, said Nelson. Marcelo grinned. Thanks. Would you like to try it out with me? Sure, exclaimed Nelson, climbing onto the teeter-totter. Wow, you're so lucky, moving to a different place, getting introduced to new people. Marcelo was surprised. Lucky? Yeah. I bet everyone can't wait to meet you, Nelson explained. Being the new kid in town must be really exciting. Marcelo gave Manny and the tools a wink as he rode on the teeter-totter. Well, it certainly has its ups and downs. The end.